Hi everyone. Okay, so as for today, previously I did recorded my very first podcast. It was about 8 lessons about people. So I hope you did listen to that, but if you did not, welcome to this episode. So since this is my second episode, okay, either welcome to the Art of Radiating Love. Okay, or welcome back to the Art of Radiating Love. Okay, honestly, since this is just my second episode, I'm kind of nervous. Not nervous, I would say not confident, because this is my second time. I'm still only in my second time recording this podcast, but I'll just go at it. So I hope this second episode was better than the previous one, since this is my second time doing it. Okay, I have my notes here. So yeah. Alright, so as for today, we'll tackle on this topic about comparison. I'm sure this is a very familiar topic to a lot of you guys, even myself. So actually, comparison is actually something that I have been tackling in my life. It's actually a problem that has been going on since such a long time. Since I was very young, growing up Asian, relatives would compare me and their kids. But thankfully, my parents don't do that, so that's great. It's just that I do have relatives who tend to compare their children, and then I become the victim. Yeah, despite being young, so I'm not trying to have the victim mentality. Yeah, but just stating facts, okay? And then so comparison is actually my biggest problem at the moment. It's just that I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate, like especially when you see your peers earning more money than you. All right, you see your best friends experience more out there compared to you. They have been having new experiences while you're just staying at home, a homebody. But honestly, I just think that the things that I tend to compare with my friends with, alright, I think there are just highlight reels, because we tend to compare with other people's highlight reels, so that's not really fun. But yeah, we will dive deep into that today since we are already at the topic comparison. Alright, so honestly, I don't have everything figured out yet, but here I am making an episode about comparison. Yeah, I don't have everything figured out yet, but I am learning. I'm on a journey to healing, and doing this podcast is actually my way of healing. So, not the other day, it was actually yesterday, like last night. Yeah, last night I actually saw a Pinterest post. Yeah, it was a Pinterest post, like a picture. It said that when one teaches, two learn. So in a way, if I'm able to teach this again, since I'm the one talking about comparison to you guys, all right, whoever you are listening, so it means you get to learn it. Like I'm teaching you, and then you get to learn it, and then at the same time I get to learn it again too. So in a way, it's when one teaches, two learn. Yeah, it's a bit ironic, honestly, because actually I am a teacher. I am a full-time teacher, and I love what I do. I actually teach English. Yeah. Okay, so let's just dive deep into the topic. Oh yeah, before we start, I actually want to talk about how I have been, right before we go straight into the serious things. I know you guys are here for the comparison topic, but honestly, I'm a little bit nervous, so I'm just trying to, in a way, break the ice. Although I can't really see you guys, but I'm trying my best to break the ice. So yeah. So right now I'm actually in my bedroom. I'm actually wearing my pink pajamas. They're like flannel patterns that I really like. Actually, the other day I bought pajamas. Okay, I bought 2 pajamas that I knew I would really like. So it's just that I did not expect to like this pajama than the one that I bought, the other one. Okay, so what I mean is I actually bought a carrot pattern pajama and also another one, which is the one I'm wearing now, the pink flannel pajama. Yeah, and honestly, I thought I would like the carrot more. Okay, it's like peach and orange in tone, the colors. I thought I would like that more, but no. I realized I wear this one, the pink one, more than I wear the carrot pattern, so I figured that was hilarious. So how the tables have turned, I guess. So yeah, and then actually today's my off day. Today I'm off. I have been doing a lot of things. I have been writing my blog. I have been writing. I like to write actually. I have been listening to a lot of new music. The other day, it's actually my first time using Spotify Premium. I bought Spotify Premium for the first time. And yeah, I bought it for this month in January. It's my first time using Spotify Premium, and honestly, I just love it so much. I just love the uninterrupted ads, especially when you're a person who listens to a lot of podcasts. Yeah, the reason why I bought Spotify Premium is because I wanted to listen to podcasts uninterrupted, because there's so many podcasts that I listen to. Yeah, so that's why I got it, and I just love it. I don't think I will go on for another month without using Spotify Premium, I guess. So I'm definitely subscribing again next month. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm in my bedroom. I'm sitting in front of my desk wearing my pink flannel pajamas with the aircon. We're just settling in, getting comfy to talk about today's topic. Alright, so why do we compare? Okay, so before we go through my experiences, how do we deal with it, let's talk about why. Why do we compare? Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys know who is this. Okay, do you know Melissa Ambrosini? She's actually an author. She's a wonderful podcaster, very inspiring individual actually. She's actually a speaker as well. She's a businesswoman. Yeah, so she wrote this book. It's called The Comparisonitis. Yeah, it's like a comparison illness. Yeah, so are you diagnosed with comparisonitis? So I am definitely diagnosed with comparisonitis. Unfortunately, yeah, so why do we compare? Why do we have the comparisonitis? So mostly people compare themselves with other people. It's because this comparison thing is totally out of our control, like even from a really young age, right? Like when you keep telling your brain not to think about something, the more it thinks about it. I'm sure all of you guys know this. So for example, if I tell my brain, okay, don't think about a red car, okay, but the moment you tell your brain about that, the more you will think about it. So it sucks, honestly. Same goes for the comparison thing. So if you tell your brain, oh, brain, don't compare, brain, don't compare, the more it compares. So that sucks. But honestly, it's out of our control. A lot of people say you can control how do you feel. I guess in some ways that's true, but sometimes it's very hard as well, especially when you think about things that you don't want to be thinking about, like comparisonitis. Otherwise, why would the entire world compare themselves with other people, right? So, but definitely that's something that I'm still working on, and I'm sure you guys are working on that too. Yeah. So another reason why do we compare? So it's mostly also because of low low self-esteem. Yeah, that's definitely one of the causes of low self-esteem. Okay, they are interrelated in a way. Like, if you're a person who lacks self-trust, you engage in people-pleasing behavior, you feel little control over your life, you don't reinforce boundaries, you tend to have comparison here and there. Yeah, if you're a person who has lack of confidence, lack of, like, you always have negative self-talk, fear of failure, lack of boundaries, always having worry and doubts, then you're most likely a person who has low self-esteem. So normally if a person has low self-esteem, right, they tend to easily compare themselves with other people. So yeah, unfortunately that's how it is. As you navigate through life, the more you grow up, the more you feel these kind of things. But that's definitely the good news, is you can totally regulate it. You can look for tools to help you deal with it the next time it happens. Yeah, also another reason why we compare is because there are people who do not know what they want in life. They just go with the flow. Not that going with the flow is a bad thing. I would say people who go with the flow, it's a good thing as well, but it is bad as well. Alright, so people who don't know what they want in life, like they don't know what kind of job they want, like what kind of life they want. Okay, they just go with it. They don't know what they want. They would easily compare themselves to others. So I will talk more about this later. It has something to do about not knowing what's enough. At the same time, you don't know what you want. So it also means you don't know what is enough. So that's why you would compare. Alright, so more on that in a bit. So another reason why people compare is also because of social norms and expectations. So society often establishes norms and expectations regarding success, beauty, things like intelligence and other qualities. So people compare themselves to these societal standards to gauge their own worth and acceptance. That's definitely one of the reasons. Oh, the next one is a big one. So the reason why we compare is also because of external validation, which is interconnected with comparison. So the thing is, you seek for self-worth elsewhere. You seek for self-worth elsewhere. So that's external validation. And your self-worth, it doesn't come from within. That's external validation. So external validation refers to seeking approval, recognition, or affirmations from others to validate your own self-worth. So it means like a really simple and easy example for you guys to understand this if you don't know already. No shame if you don't know. We are always learning. I always tell my students that. So for example, you know, people who have self-confidence, right? They know they are pretty, they know their worth, they know they look good today. But people who seek for external validation, they would wish someone has told them they look pretty, someone tell them all these good things. But honestly, not everyone will tell you these kind of things. I doubt that these people who don't tell you these things, I don't think they even tell these things to themselves. So that's why positive affirmations come in. So you have to tell yourself all the good things to yourself. You can't just rely on others to tell you. Yeah. So how does it connect to comparison, right? So when individuals, they compare themselves to others, they may do so with the goal of receiving positive external validation. So like what I have mentioned a few seconds ago, so they might believe that by measuring up to certain standards or achieving specific goals, they will gain approval from others and feel a sense of validation. But honestly, how much more of the external validation can you get from other people? You can't just rely on other people to tell you these things. You have to tell them to yourself. That's literally why people ask you to, oh, you should read a lot of self affirmations, okay? Or maybe you can list down 3 affirmations in the morning, like what I'm doing right now. Or you can just, like, during random times of the day, tell yourself all these positive affirmations. So, like, I am in no way a doctor or like a licensed therapist. I'm nothing like that. But however, I do feel like I can speak on this matter because I do have experience comparing myself with others, because that's what I have been feeling my entire life. I would say probably, yeah, from a really young age. It all starts with family, and then as you go to school, you compare yourself to friends, and then as you go to high school, you compare yourself with people, and then you feel like you're not pretty enough. And then when you go to work, I mean, like, when you go to college, you would always constantly have this academic competition with your friends in the same class as you. And then when you go to work, right, you would compare, like, for example, I'm an English teacher, and then I have colleagues who are English teachers. So when I feel like their English proficiency is higher than mine, I would feel threatened, mostly because I'm not confident, and then I would compare myself to them. So it isn't pretty, but yeah, the point is, I would like to bring this up because I do have experience when it comes to comparison. So, okay, the first thing that I compare is finances, especially with the people closest to me, which are my 2 best friends. I have 2 best friends. I actually really like them. Okay, they are 2 of my greatest friends. That's why we are best friends. So, I have a friend that has been working for like probably 2 years now, and then another friend who has just started working. So really happy for them. Yeah, but the thing is, they earn more than I do, and honestly, I feel inferior. I feel threatened. I feel envious. I feel jealousy. But I am happy for them. Or am I? Honestly speaking, am I happy for them? Like, when I think about it, I am happy for them. But when I think about my side, I feel like, oh, I'm a failure. Like, what am I doing, you know? So, the thing is, they might earn more, but I have one friend, the one who has been working for like 2 years now. She really, really hates her job. So, yeah, she really dislikes her job. I would say she is miserable. She did admit that, and she would always be coming home crying. So that breaks my heart to know. And she can't leave her job because she actually has like this contract that she has to fulfill. Yeah, so although she does earn more, but this is the story behind the scenes. Okay, and then another thing that I compare myself to is, I feel like everyone will relate to this, but how I look. Okay, how I look. So sometimes when I look at other girls, or when I look at pictures of girls in social media, which is unrealistic, so don't compare yourself to pictures on social media. Okay, like when I go out, I would definitely see girls that are really pretty, like, good for them. I'm sure they are pretty on the inside too, as much as they're pretty on the outside. The thing is, when I look at them, sometimes I would compare, you know? I do believe this is human behavior? Human nature, yeah, human nature. So, it's very normal to compare yourself with others. Like, I would compare my face, or like I would feel like, oh, this girl, she's so pretty, she doesn't even have to try. And then my face is just, oh, I have a zit here, I have like an acne scar here, I have like a dark spot here. Okay, and then I feel like, oh, my hair isn't as thick as hers, she has such nice hair, she takes care of the hair, but mine isn't thick enough. So that just lowers my self-confidence. Like, even now, I still feel that way. Like, why is my hair so thin? Why is hers so nice? It's not fair. But honestly, the world isn't fair. It's just that you have to know what your unfair advantages are and then take advantage of your unfair advantages. Okay, I feel like this can be another topic, so don't want to get sidetracked. And then my teeth, so like, why do my friends have nicer teeth and then mine look like bangs, you know? Yeah, that my teeth makes me insecure, but I am doing something about it. So I'm actually getting my braces like end of this month or next month, I think. I'm not sure, but because I go to a government hospital to get my braces, so it does take quite a long time until it's my turn. But honestly, I feel like it's worth it. I mean, if you're able to wait for that long, you should totally go to the government hospital because of the price. It's much more cheaper and affordable. And then another thing I compared is body. So I feel like a lot of people always compare their body with other people, especially girls, right? Like, oh, she has 11 abs, we're literally the same age, but why don't I have 11 abs, you know? So it's not fun. Yeah, and then thing is, I have been working out for like 1 year, you know. I have been working out consistently for a year now, but I don't work out for like 1 or 2 hours. I just normally go with 10 minutes a day, but at least I'm consistent, right? Hey, give credit to me. And then, yeah, when I see other people's legs, I feel like, wow, she has such nice legs, she shaved, and then I don't shave, my leg has lots of hair. So all of these things, like physical comparisons, they're not fun, you know? So, but there are definitely things that you can do to help you feel confident. So what you can do is you can dress in clothes that make you feel good, right? Dress in clothes that you feel confident in. Don't wear clothes that you aren't confident in when you go out with the people that you will compare yourself to. Yeah, so that's what I normally do with my friends. I know that they're going to slay in their beautiful outfits, so I don't want to miss out on that. So I would of course wear my best, you know. Yeah, and also another thing that I compare to is my colleagues' English proficiency. Yeah, so honestly, when I first started, I feel very, very inferior because I feel like everyone else's English are so good, but mine is like, I don't even know what a present simple is, you know? I still remember my first demonstration when I just got hired. Yeah, when I just got hired, I had to like demonstrate how to teach present simple and present continuous, and I did a really, really terrible job at that. But yeah, yeah, and then when I meet other teachers, I feel like, wow, they are so highly proficient in the subject of matter, and I'm not. So yeah, like when you feel like everyone is better than you feel insecure, I guess, and then you would compare yourself. Yeah, but honestly, despite of all this comparison, right, I am doing something about it. Like for the part where I mentioned about my finances, my friends might earn more than me, but I'm very happy because I am saving and investing in my goals that I have set for 2024. And then for the face part, I'm always doing my skincare routine. So that's something that I can control, right? And then as for my hair, I started to really put the effort, really take good care of it. So now I'm just washing it every day, because that's what the hairstylist that I went to, that's what she recommended, because she said my hair is very oily, so I have to wash it every day, otherwise it will keep dropping. That's why it causes hair thinning. Okay, which also results in lack of confidence. Like I said, my hair isn't as thick as the other girls, that's why I'm envious of them, but good for them, honestly. I wouldn't want other people to have like hair fall like me, you know. And then for the braces, I am also doing something that I can control, which is getting braces, right? So that's something that I can do. Then for the body, I am doing workouts every day. So I feel like back in the past, I work out just because I wanted the 11 abs. But now I work out because it makes me feel good every morning. And then, yeah, when I go out with my friends, I know that I will compare myself to them because they have really nice sense of fashion. I'll give them that. But hey, I have great sense of fashion too. So I will also dress in clothes that make me feel good. Yeah, but honestly, I think the reason is because I work from home a lot, right? So compared to other people, they go out and work, so they always put the effort to dress up. But because I work from home, I can literally work in my pajamas. I normally just wear a shirt and some sweatpants at home, like a t-shirt and a sweatpants, so I don't really feel as good every day, I guess. But I'm actually thinking about wearing clothes that I feel confident in, even if I'm at home. Yeah. And then for the English proficiency part, like I said, when I just started my job, I feel inferior. I compare myself with others. Like I feel like I'm not as good as them. Also, it doesn't help the part where everyone else is much older than me. Honestly, I'm the youngest person at work. So I'm not sure if it's just me, but because they are much more older, right? So you would immediately assume that they have much more experience than you. So I guess in a way it makes you feel inferior, makes you compare yourself to them. So you see, when it comes to comparison, right, it's always interconnected with things like jealousy, envy, inferiority. Yeah, so it's not fun. Okay, so I think the point is just do what's within your control, so that I guess it's a way of regulating, you know, so that when you do things that are within your control, you won't compare yourself to others as easily. Yeah. Okay, so that's my experience with comparison, and also I feel like the episode has been going on for so long now. It's almost 30 minutes and I still have a lot of things to say. So I think I'll just upload a part 2. So for the part 2, I'll talk about how do we deal with comparison. So as for this episode, I'll just cover why do we compare and my experience with it. So again, next episode I'll talk about how do we deal with it. There's much more to talk about on that episode, I promise. And then we'll talk about some things that you can do. Yeah, so I hope to see you guys for the next episode. Also, I honestly did not expect this episode to go so long. I honestly thought that it would be like a 10-minute thing, but I feel like I can talk a lot when I'm in the zone. So yeah, I'm really grateful. Okay, anyway, I'll see you guys for the next episode, and I'm really grateful for you. Thank you for listening, and I hope you're able to deal with your comparison problem if you do have it. So honestly, everyone is in a self-improvement journey, and healing is a lifelong journey, so don't be too hard on yourself. All right, so I'll see you guys again. Thank you.